Welcome to GMTLDR for the September 2025 monthly update.
I'm not saying they're getting longer, but they could be getting longer. Welcome. Here we are once again. We've made it.
Back. All right. That looks like Space Empires?
Yes, this is Space Empires, using some of the elements from All Good Things, the new expansion.
Reminds me of the Microverse map.
Or does the Microverse map remind you of Space Empires?
Yes.
Space is space. News from G.
Skip, immediately skip.
Gene starts his section with a reminder about the upcoming fall weekend at the warehouse, which happens in Hanford on October 16th to 19th. So if you're interested in that, there are still some openings to sign up. It should be a fun weekend.
Just contact our office if you want to come. Call them or send the online chat. There's free tacos on Saturday night.
We're adding a new game from Herman Lettman called A Hell So Terrible. So if the Plum Island Horror is a tower defense game, then A Hell So Terrible would be a tower attack game, and it's focused on the German attack on Verdun in 1916.
And it's solitaire.
Oh yes, that is important.
Ops update. We're making progress on improving our direct from the printer international shipping.
The first batch is basically done. It's handed off to the partners, and they're still working on getting everything to our customers. And we're about to ship the second batch, which should be smoother.
Speaking of the second batch, this is what's in it. China's War. Combat Commander BP number 8, Minor Nations. Combat Commander Europe. Combat Commander Mediterranean. Combat Commander Europe/Mediterranean 20th Anniversary Edition. Combat Commander Resistance. Cross Bronx Expressway, and Hubris.
Happy for Brian Train that China's War is officially out.
Proofreaders are wanted. For those of you who are good at proofreading or you want to try it out, we are in need of some. Please contact Jason via the form link that you see here if you would like to help out.
I just realized I'm totally burying the lead here. The elephant in the room. Oh, and by the way, the new cover
of Combat Commander.
For Combat Commander 20th Anniversary Edition. Here
so
it is.
Good.
Price
so good. And for those of you who are going to the GMT weekend in October, the shirt for the convention is going to have some of this art on it.
Mike Berticelli and the Wolfpack team have put together some optional rules for Wolfpack that can challenge you, change some of the difficulty. And NB, Non-Breaking Space, has started an infrequent podcast about game design and board games. And his first episode is talking about the history of his Cross Bronx Expressway design. So that sounds really interesting. Check that out.
Yeah, I listened to it the other day. It was really cool to learn more about some of the history of the Bronx in that time and just some of his own stories from growing up.
All right, look at us. We did it. The break is over.
Look at us. We did it. This is a good episode with Jim Day. We talked about Panzer. We talked about MBT. We talked about Ark the Underworld at length because Luke and I are both very interested. Yeah, it was a good time. I would recommend. This particular episode was 30 minutes or less. So for those of you on a time crunch, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, Jim Day is really cool. It was fun to chat with him.
All right, we have some news for those of you who have been asking, and I know you have been asking. I see it. Commands and Colors Napoleonics Expansion number 7, The Grand Battles. This is the box back. It's moving forward, and you're going to see later, spoilers, more news from Kai about this game.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
So just know we are working on it.
For you Next War series enjoyers, Mitch and Ralph are looking for some playtesters for Next War Flashpoints. Please email Ralph there at his email if you're interested in playtesting.
A quick update on our digital games. Space Corp came out last month and it was a rousing success.
This is what fun is about, baby.
Along with the
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Logix and GMT would like to thank all of you who supported the game by purchasing it and who've been playing it. We have an update for them saying they're hard at work on improving the AI difficulty and testing the Ventures expansion. They're going to be releasing the Android version pretty soon. Steam's having an autumn sale September 29 to October 6th, and Space Corp will be on sale at that time as well.
The digital Saratoga now has a functioning AI opponent for the colonists, and they're working on the opponent for the British. And they're still working on some quality of life things like a tutorial detailed rules references and improvements to the UI. Don't forget to add Saratoga to your wish list.
We've got a little update for Digital Mr. President. So there are 4 core game sequences left to build: the War segment, Legislative, Ally Actions, and the End of Year Cleanup and Consequences. They're focusing on the Legislative segment right now because the End of Year Cleanup and Consequence sequence will give us the full game loop. They're aiming to ship a major update in October.
At which point they also hope to announce the early access release date. As you most likely already know, Rebel Fury is already out on Steam and still getting great reviews.
We've got new P500 additions this month. We've already touched on A Hell So Terrible. We've also got Barbarossa Typhoon, the Drive on Moscow 1941 second edition. So if you'd like it, please go pre-order.
Majorly updated.
Majorly updated.
A reprint of Combat Commander Pacific.
The 2025 replacement counter sheet. And the way things are looking right now, it's probably going to be a full sheet.
A Hell So Terrible was teased last month as a World War I battle game. Off the wall guesses. Good luck. Get your guesses in by Friday or everyone gets an F. The East Front Series Vassal module has been updated to include the second edition of Barbarossa Army Group North, and the module also has the second edition Army Group Center game.
I assume they're just going to keep adding the different games to the module as time goes on. Passive Glory is now in Rally the Troops. This week on Inside GMT, we had a Congress of Vienna article about HF Mount playing the game with his 3 children. We had an Arc the Underworld article from Jim Day talking about character skills in the game. We also had another article cross-posted from Clio's Board Games about the American Revolution using Washington's War, Imperial Struggle, and Liberty or Death to discuss the history. Charting and shipping next, we have Italy 43 mounted map and 2-inch box, Seljuk, Stalingrad 42 2nd edition, the Battle for Normandy errata counters, the Unconditional Surrender Western campaigns. We've got a production outlook from Kai. Check it all out. But my favorite part was where she said, "One of those is Commands and Colors, Napoleonic's Expansion 7, The Grand Battles." You're welcome. Dude,
Hold your applause. Okay.
it's so good. I love it. The near final cover for Baltic Empires. I could just look at it forever.
It looks so good. I hope the entire box is this color, the background color, because that would look so amazing sitting on
That'd
a shelf.
be so pretty. These look good too, though. The Turn Zero card samples from the new 20th anniversary Hall of Fame edition of Twilight Struggle.
The card layout looks so different, but
Yeah.
I like it. More
too.
modern. Lots of Arc the Underworld content this month because we have the GMT talk that we did with Jim, and then he also has an update here.
And an Inside GMT article.
In our GMT talk, we talked about some of Jim's favorite characters and some of Jim's favorite weapons. So this is kind of like a nice teaser if you're the kind of person who loves the variety of like characters and variety of weapons in a game. We're seeing more here on the Arc side, another character and weapon, and another character and weapon from the Res side as well.
I like
so
it.
pretty cool teasers. Look at this weapon. I mean, who comes up with stuff like this?
Cross
Bolter. That is so cool. Something about sci-fi.
I love sci-fi.
I'm getting an update from the GMT UK headquarters.
AKA Joe's spare room.
Breaking news.
So he's got a lot of games he's working on.
Yeah, it's cool to have some insight into how he organizes his work. So he has like 5 different waves of the status that games are in and how he thinks through them and works through them. So really interesting if you want to read it. So this is a fun Combat Commander Vietnam update. It's kind of similar to when Gene does the P500 games on the Horizon teaser and gives some clues. You can do the same thing here for what battle and what location and what units and factions were involved in the scenarios that they listed here. So they gave all the scenario names.
I like number 7. They're going to attack us. Incredible.
Did AI write that sentence? Oh no, they're going to attack us.
We've got a Henry update from the developer, Christoph Correa. Development is wrapped up. The multiplayer and solo modes are fully tested. Final art is in progress. Robert Altbauer is working on Henry, and Matthew Wallhead's going to join in after he finishes his current stuff. There's a little art sample about the Henry 5th Lord Matt.
Chris Yanetz is making good progress on the revised carrier operation system that he talked about last month, I think. So, for example, here's a log sheet for the second day of the Coral Sea campaign. He streamlined the planning segment of each round, and they have boxes color-coded for the aircraft rosters for each carrier at the bottom of the log sheet. The focus of all of it is to get players into missions faster and with less effort. Who doesn't like that? And if you'd like to try for yourself on Vassal or face-to-face, contact Jack Beckman.
We've got an I, Napoleon, The Limits of Glory update from developer David Kurtz. He says they've done an internal review of the cards and expansion mechanics, and they're doing the first round of playtesting. It's going well, with lots of highly engaged and astute playtesters playtesters, and they're going to close the playtest towards the end of September, and then they're going to evaluate what needs to be done from there.
An update on the World Crisis from designer Bruce Harper. The World Crisis is in the playtesting phase. The map board is almost complete. Counters are almost done. And the rules and player aids are almost done as well. Playtesting is happening on the e-platform for A World at War, which is called War Planner.
Czar designer Paul Hillier talks a little bit about the third round of playtesting on TTS. They got good feedback. The key takeaway is that most players want the game to be more challenging, so now they're working on some adjustments to make that happen. There's also been some recent InsideGMT articles about the game, factions and scoring in Czar, and decision making in multiplayer games. Take a look at those because I thought they were very interesting articles personally, as a totally objective party with no personal interest in the matter.
That was that.
That was the September customer newsletter. Lots in here. Nothing else to say, really. This is the end.
Farewell.
Farewell.